Hello and welcome to Access Paranormal. My name's Jamie Williams. Joining me in the studio tonight, as usual, is my co-host Jonathan Sullivan.
Hello, Jamie.
We've also got Lewis.
Hello, Jamie.
And we've also got Louise. She's in one of the moods, isn't she? She can't talk.
Jamie.
Hi, Louise. You're all right?
Yeah, why?
What's he doing to you? I don't know what's gone on there, Jonathan. Anyway, let's carry on with the show, and Louise can join us after she's had her little giggles.
Yeah.
First of all, let's start off that tonight we have found an investigation we done. Well, you weren't there.
I went no.
Back in 2017.
Yeah, a ghost quest.
A ghost quest paranormal investigation down in the cellar here in Mill Street Barracks.
I know.
And we've got the likes of Bill.
Oh yeah, poor Bill. Yeah.
Jane.
Yeah.
Myself.
Yeah.
Lindsay.
Wow.
Des and Donna.
Wow.
All in the cellar. Now we haven't seen half of them for a long time.
No.
There's only me, you, and well, you're not even on it. I keep mentioning you. I don't know why you're not on it.
No.
It's just me and Jane out of that list there. Who's not, who's still here.
Yeah.
Sadly, Bill would be if he wasn't.
No.
Do you know what? It's great that it's going to be on it. So
It is.
that'll be coming up later on in the show. So that'll be fantastic.
Yeah.
And in a minute we're going to be talking about something that I've been watching on Netflix.
Right. Okay. Yeah.
We've got Lewis and Louise here, and in the background, I don't know whether anyone can hear them, but they're just giggling away. I don't know what they've done, but maybe we'll get to the bottom of it in the end, won't we?
Yeah, we might too.
Yeah. So talking about, let's go on to that medium. The program I've been watching on Netflix. It's a 6-part series, and it's called Surviving Death.
Surviving Death.
Yeah.
Sounds interesting already.
It's fantastic. I thought it's not my cup of tea, but I'm watching anyway because I thought it's going to be one of them silly documentary things.
Yeah.
It wasn't.
Good.
I'm up to number 4.
Yeah.
And I can't. Do you know what? It's that good. I can't remember what the first one was, but the second one was a 2-parter.
Right.
And it was about mediums.
Oh right. Okay.
Now, no disrespect to any medium out there.
Yeah.
But highly recommend watching it. There's a fella who wants to get in contact with his his I think it was his father who passed away, and he was trying to it's basically to comfort.
Right.
And he gets he goes to these mediums and things like that, and he goes to this medium, and the first medium he went to, the first fella went to this medium, and he basically was only there a few minutes, and the medium was saying this and saying this and saying this, and the fella kept saying no.
Right.
No. So in the end he said something about he can't really get through to his father. His father's there, but he's not getting, there's lost messages or something like that. So the fella went away. I think he was disappointed because he wanted to get there and have some kind of comfort, and he didn't.
Yeah.
So that was one of them, and then it went on to the next medium, and there was one from Holland, and somewhere in the show, I won't say whereabouts it is, she goes to the house, she does a full reading for them, she picks up, but she does that trans, where the voices come through.
Yeah.
And first of all, the fella comes through, a fella called Tom.
Okay.
I think it was Tom. I'm trying to think if I'm right there. It's Tom, and then there's a little boy. The little boy's the one that passes the message on, 9-year-old boy. She comes through with the voices as well. She had the adult voice and she had the younger voice. Yeah. And she come up with this stuff, and the stuff she come up with was I was sitting there going, wow, how'd you get all that? And you could see some of the family, one of them's broken up, really upset.
Really good.
Saying these things and that. And at the end of it, this fella who was it was like he was on a mission, and he needed proof that this kind of stuff happened.
Right. Okay.
And he was kind of a scientist and a bit of a skeptic, really.
So he was just trying to prove.
He was saying, but I had something. It was his family, and he said he had a secret word that if this medium would have said it, would have given more evidence to him.
Yeah.
And like I said before, there's no disrespect for mediums out there. There are some really good ones out there.
Yeah.
All I'm stating is what was on this program.
Mm-hmm.
And she came out with, he had a car and the colour of the car and this other thing, what he said in his restaurant and hook them up or hang them up or something like that.
Yeah.
And he said there was good stuff, but all that is out there on social media. And then it went to the social media and it showed you a picture of the car, showed you a picture of the coloured car, which he said, and the hang 'em up was written on the name of it was on one of the menus, which was also on Facebook.
Right.
And he was saying this is why it's very difficult for him to be convinced.
Yeah.
And the woman from Holland was saying, like, well, I don't look at stuff like that. It's what's fed to me. So you can take it in two ways there. Do you trust what she says? Do you trust... Do you get what I mean?
Yeah.
And this is where we've said before, and I don't know whether you're the same, whereas it's very difficult for mediums today, even if they are brilliant, to prove it because of the social media.
Yeah, because, I mean, especially with some people, because some people do post an awful lot of things all over Facebook, Instagram and TikTok and
everywhere. Yeah.
So I suppose if you did look through someone's profile, you could glean quite a lot of information.
Yeah.
And you probably could just go as a normal person, not knowing anything about mediumship, and go blatantly give someone a read and tell them all what they want to know, but you're just getting all that info off Facebook or whatever. Allegedly. Yeah.
Because if you think about it, not all mediums would do that.
No. I'm not saying they would, but I'm saying a scenario. I suppose when you look at it that way, you could actually do that.
You could. Anyone could do it. I mean, Google's out there for everybody to look at.
That's it, isn't
and
it?
This is where I feel sorry for the genuine mediums.
Yeah, well, that's it, isn't it?
And we're not going to pinpoint who isn't and who isn't and things like that.
No.
We've got to give respect to everyone because we don't know. Personally, we don't know. But I'd highly recommend you watching that Survive and Death. It's six-part series. And I mean, I'm up to number 4 now, so I don't know what the others are like just yet.
Yeah.
That's what I'm up to. But I highly recommend it. It's a very, very good. It's only on, I think it's on for about 40 minutes, something like that.
Yeah. I'll have to give that a watch.
Yeah. But the mediumship on the first one's good.
Yeah.
But the second two about the mediums are really good. Yeah. It puts it into a bit of perspective, and I'm not saying that to disrespect any medium out there. All I'm stating is what's on the TV.
Yeah.
And I highly recommend watching that.
Brilliant.
But I remember years ago, Darren Brown done a series.
Yeah.
He did one where he came to Liverpool. I won't say any more about it. It's out there. Go and watch it yourself.
Yeah, I do remember that.
Yeah, but that's worth watching as well.
Yeah. Oh, good.
Yeah.
Good stuff.
So there's something for you two to watch. Are you back with us now?
Yeah.
You just can't get the staff, can you? Hey?
I don't know.
Yeah. So have you watched anything paranormal on the...
Mostly just like paranormal lockdown and stuff like that, and then just having a little look if there's anything new on Discovery, because we watch that, we pay for that to watch it, and there's everything paranormal on there, so it is interesting, but it's just trying to find something that grips you.
Yeah.
That's the thing. If I watch something I can't get gripped into, I'm like, oh no.
Well, it's true, isn't it, Louise?
Yeah.
There's so many paranormal stuff out there, but you sometimes you get so many that are similar that you start thinking, oh no. And there are some brilliant ones out there.
Yeah, there's some really, really good ones.
Highly recommend Paranormal Lockdown, especially the Mill Street Barracks one. It's really good.
We tried not again.
Hey?
We tried looking for the most haunted one that they did, but we couldn't find any of that.
The most haunted?
Yeah.
Most haunted as in Yvette and that?
Yeah.
They never filmed one here.
Did they not film?
No, they what Carl and Yvette and that did, it was the most haunted experience.
Yeah.
And you know what? They were brilliant. That night they were such lovely people and so nice and everything else. You know, you hear things and everything else, and I always judge people by my opinions, not by other people's opinions, because some people may have grudges and things like that. But when Carl, Yvette and Stuart was here, they were fantastic. They were such lovely people.
Yeah.
And I've got no problems with them whatsoever. I know people go, oh, this and oh, that, you know. No, they were brilliant. Sadly, they didn't come back and film here, which, I mean, if you're out there, give us a ring. You can come and film here. We don't mind. Carl, Yvette, Stuart, if you can hear me, come on out. But they Paranormal Lockdown were great when they came. But there's some really good shows out there.
Yeah, there's quite a few. It's just because they're all so similar.
Yeah.
You need one that's like draws you in.
Yeah.
I think
Haunted Highway.
I've not watched that yet.
Haunted Highway. I know it was a few years ago now, but it's fantastic.
Yeah.
That's Jack Osborne.
Oh, is he done it? Yeah.
Jack Osborne, yeah.
He's done
And
quite a few.
do you know what? He's really good on them as well, Jack Osborne.
Yeah.
I really like his stuff.
With Katrina, didn't we?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was Portals to Hell. That one.
Portals to Hell, yeah, they're good as well.
Yeah.
She's doing one with his sister at the moment as well. What was that one called?
Oh, with Kelly.
Night of Terror. I think that was
Yeah.
the most recent one.
That was quite
He's very good, Jack Osborne. He's very logical as well. And do you ever remember the programme what was out? It was quite a few years back, and they used to go into a room. I can't remember the name of it, and I used to watch it all the time. And there was several of them in the room, and people would send videos in and things like that, and he'd look at it, and then he'd send two of them out to this one to investigate that one, and two of them send them out that one. I can't remember what it was called, but I really enjoyed that, and then it just disappeared.
Yeah.
I'd be quite happy to do that, mate. That'd be a great one, that.
Wasn't there also one where they went into a taxi?
Oh, that was with Yvette again, wasn't it?
Wasn't it?
Yeah.
And so it was different. It was
Different
different
locations,
celebrity and location all the time.
Wasn't it called something Celebrities?
Because
It was with the celebrities. Yvette Fielden used to take them in different places. Yeah,
that
was good.
That was good.
Yeah.
That was quite interesting.
Yeah, they have so many. I mean, you got to give Antics TV, isn't it?
Yeah.
You got to say they had some fantastic stuff out
They
there.
did.
They still have.
Well, yeah.
They still have.
Yeah.
I've got to play back. And Most Haunted done it. It's on YouTube.
Yeah.
They did a Halloween live,
Oh wow.
and I've heard some decent stuff about that. So I want to go back and watch it. It's about 2 hours long.
Oh right, I don't mind
So
seeing that,
if nobody's seen the Most Haunted live, it's on YouTube.
Oh,
yes, it's
brilliant.
Most Haunted Live 2021. It's there.
It's a must.
Yeah, I'm going to watch it.
Yeah. I went to a
obviously
couple of the lives.
Yeah, I went
Years
to a
ago.
live. Yeah, they were great.
Yeah, they were good.
Thoroughly enjoyed them.
Yeah.
It's like I've said many times before. Most Haunted. If it wasn't for them, we wouldn't be here.
No.
And nor would most of these groups.
They wouldn't.
And I always swear by the one from 1992 as well. I've always said it online. Ghostwatch.
That's the one.
Yeah, fantastic. That
I was going to message you the other day because that was on Facebook the other day.
Was it?
Ghostwatch.
Yeah.
And also it was picked up on the news as well.
Right.
And something about being the first proper paranormal show on TV.
It was. Mr. Pipes.
Yeah.
Remember, it was Mr. Pipes.
Mm-hmm.
And I always remember, I watched it, and when it was out live, and it was a Halloween special, 1992, and who was the presenter who was on it? Can't think of his name. Michael Parkinson.
Yeah.
Michael Parkinson, Sarah Greenwood.
That's it, yeah.
And her husband, and there was the fella from Liverpool who used to be on Red Dwarf. What was his name?
Craig Charles.
He was on it.
Yeah.
They went to this house, and seriously, if you've never seen it, it was so real on the night. It was really creepy, and it went on for, I think it was an hour and a half or something like that, wasn't it, or maybe a bit longer. And when you watched it, you were stuck to that TV. You were just watching, but you were scared as well.
Yeah,
it was genuinely scary, and it hit the papers and everything, didn't it? How scary it was and everything else. And I remember the cameraman, and something was happening near the cellar door in this house. And he opened the door, and the next minute he disappeared like that. And you go, "Oh my God, is he going to be all right?" I remember it. So, do you think about how long ago is 1992 now?
Oh, we're talking
a long time.
29 years.
Right, so nearly 30 years ago is when you done that. And to this day, it was still a class, absolutely class. If you get a chance, go and watch a YouTube.
Yeah, we'll do.
So that's what did start it all off.
That started here.
Ghostwatch.
Then in 2002, you're talking 10 years late, 2002, yeah? 92, 2002.
Yeah, about that, wasn't it?
10 years later, you got Most Haunted doing exactly the same thing.
There's a big gap there, though, isn't there?
Yeah. And if you think of Most Haunted now, though, Most Haunted have been on from 2002 to the present.
It's a long time.
And
isn't
they're
it?
still up there. They're still getting good
They're still
ratings.
there.
They're still...
They'll still have to follow them, won't they?
Oh, yeah.
I don't think
yeah.
they'll ever lose the following.
And rightly so. They should have
Yeah.
the followings. They've
Yeah.
done so brilliantly.
They brought it to the forefront, didn't they, in a big way?
Well, if you think about Most Haunted again, without Most Haunted, you wouldn't have Haunted Adventures. You wouldn't have any of these programs.
Yeah, that's it.
It's all
They've
down to them.
They've all like copied the format, haven't they?
Yeah, it's their idea. What's out there
Yeah.
now doesn't matter
Yeah.
what people say. They're the ones who brought the paranormal world to the way it is now. They've broken that.
I was going to say, isn't it funny
taboo.
though?
Yeah.
We had, you had Ghostwatch, and then we had Most Haunted.
Mm-hmm.
But we in the UK, we never had nothing else really, did we?
We had
only had
nothing.
Most Haunted,
Yeah.
and yet over in America, how many programs have there been?
Loads.
There's more than 10, isn't there? 10, 15?
There is now, but did they also? I don't know much about the American side
I
of it,
don't
but
know, but there's that many of them now. It's unreal.
yeah, but Most Haunted, you can't think of anything between Ghostwatch and Most Haunted to now.
No.
You know, if you sit it, you can't. There'll probably be experts out there who can say, yeah, there was this, and this.
Yeah, there might have been little bits and bobs.
But
Yeah,
there's nothing standing out like that.
No,
There's the Enfield Poltergeist and things like that, but that was before.
that was before
That was
even
before
that, wasn't it?
Yeah,
That was 70s, wasn't it?
yeah. Used to too quiet.
Yeah.
And I would all taking it all.
Do you know what it is? It's because they're younger than us and they don't
It is,
remember all this.
I knew you'd look at me to say I'm not that young.
You are. But when you look at all them and the way it's gone, it's been fantastic.
It has. It's been really good.
Yeah.
There's
And
that much stuff out there now. YouTube has brought it, well, to everyone really, hasn't it, as well?
it has. I mean,
You know.
we're going back to again. We're going to bring Most Haunted into it. They were like Most Haunted live.
Yeah, well, that's it. I mean, you got the chance to go, didn't you?
Yeah, and
Tickets were all free, and
yeah,
you know, if you were lucky enough to get them, then you got to be there in the audience. It was
and
brilliant. It was great.
It was fantastic. I really enjoyed. I went to Elscar when they did Elscar.
I went to Tatton Park, Cheshire.
Yeah,
But you got to meet everyone as well.
yeah,
They came out. I remember you had to go at a certain time, and we were all sat outside before, like, you got called in and different bits and where you were going to sit and what have you.
with your band around your hand.
Yeah. But they used to come out
And meet you.
and meet you and talk to you and chat to you. I'm trying to remember the other fella's name now. I can't remember his name now. And
David Wells.
I think it was David
Yeah.
Wells, yeah. And we were it was when we were queuing up, and he came up and started chatting to us while we were in the queue. And who was the presenter?
Which one? Ross. It was in Jonathan Ross's. Paul Ross.
Paul Ross.
Yeah.
Yeah. The one I was at, we were sat right at the back. And it was where they came down. We were right on the end of the aisle as well. And before Paul Ross had come down, he was sat at the top of the stairs talking to us.
Yeah.
It's quite funny,
great 'cause
actually.
When we went to Elscar, and I ended up talking to. I got my picture with him as well, Derek Akora. We chatted to him.
Yeah.
I sat for about half an hour on a step talking to Carl Beattie.
Yeah.
I didn't get a chance to meet the vet that night.
Yeah.
But at the end of the show, I ended up talking to Clegg.
No, yeah.
I can't think of his first name now. And then there was Dr. the one who presented the show.
Oh, yeah.
I can't think of the names now.
Oh, I know.
I forgot you two were here then. Sorry, but you just have to enjoy this part.
Yeah. And who was the demonologist? Fred Batt.
Fred Batt.
Fred
yeah.
Batt, yeah, met him. Yeah.
There was loads. I mean, I really enjoyed that day we went to Elscar.
Yeah, it's really good.
Yeah, and it was a beautiful place. And I met Kieran O'Keefe.
Oh, yeah.
And Phillips, what was her first name? Something Phillips. She was behind the scenes, but she actually went on to the shows as well.
Oh, I know who you mean, yeah.
Rachel Phillips.
Yeah, that's right.
And the hairdresser, what was her name?
Oh.
Kath Howe.
Yeah, that's it.
They were all there.
Yeah.
So yeah, I had a fantastic time.
Yeah.
And the funny thing was, and you two are like this. Well, you probably won't, but you will. when Derek Cora came here to Mill Street, and he was walking up the street actually when I got out my car, and he went, "Hello," and I went, "Oh, hello, Derek, you're all right?" And he said, "Yeah." He said, "I remember you from Elscar." And I thought, well,
Wow.
that was like 5 or 6 years earlier, or 5 or 6 years ago.
Yeah.
So how do you remember that? He said, "I remember you." He said, "Because blah blah," and he remembered, and I was like taken aback that he remembered me. And he went, "And the other thing I remember, you were the only one with a proper camera, because that's when mobile phones started using the phones."
Yeah.
He said, "And I remember you getting your camera out and taking. We had this, and I'm like, I thought, how the hell do you remember something like that?"
Fun fact for you, then, Jamie.
Go on, then.
I lived by Derek and Cora.
Did you?
My mum knew his mum.
Wow.
Lived over the road from us.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah.
Isn't it a small world?
Yeah.
But
all them years ago, I knew him and didn't know.
he was a lovely, lovely man. Him. When he came here, and he remembered me. Seriously. Then again, so did Carl Beatty when he came in here. Carl Beatty remembered me. So I must have that face that you just can't forget.
Well, saying nothing. you led yourself into that one.
Didn't I? Tell you what, changing the subject before you start slating me off, and we'll be going to the investigation soon as well, is games. We were talking before we came on air about games, spooky games, weren't we? And we started off, we were going, was it me who brought up and said, "Do you remember that one called Charlie Charlie?"
Yeah, the one with the pencils.
Yeah. No, I did a little bit of research as well, and that was back in 2015 when that kicked.
I was just going to say that.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Do you remember it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I remember it.
Yeah. That was a creepy one, that, when there was the pencil across the pencil.
And they've still been in school then.
Probably. Yeah. Probably still in nappies.
I think
Lewis.
should have been.
He still is in nappies. Yeah. But there's Charlie. That was a creepy one. That.
Yeah.
We were trying to think of them all, weren't we? We just come up with a few of them. Didn't
that was
we,
a
really?
big thing, though, wasn't it, with all the school kids?
And that. Yeah. I'm not going to mention how it's all been done because we don't want to kick off again.
No.
The elevator game. You were talking about the elevator game. Which one we used was it?
It was me.
And what were you saying about the elevator game?
You have to go up in certain stages. It takes you to different floors. It has to be
In a
at
lift.
least above 10 floors.
In a lift.
Yeah, in a
Yeah.
lift. Yeah. And they say if you rise to a certain floor, it takes you to another dimension. So it's a world. It's not a normal one. If you're unsuccessful and you get taken back down to the ground floor, you're not supposed to look behind you because there's a theory that Bloody Mary would be behind.
Bloody Mary or somebody.
Yeah.
No, I don't want to do that one. Did you were saying it was Paranormal Lockdown tried it, or was it Haunted Adventures?
No, it was Ghost Adventures tried it.
Ghost Adventures, yeah.
Because of the Cecil Hotel.
In the Cecil Hotel where the girl disappeared. Because they reckon she done that, don't they?
Yeah.
Because she was acting weird on the CCTV.
Yeah.
She kept walking out in the lift, didn't she?
Yeah.
So you've got that one. Well, you just mentioned Bloody Mary.
I remember a few years ago when I was working for a post company.
Oh, yeah.
And I used to deliver to the Arndale Centre. And I had to go up in the lift. And I used to have to go to quite a few floors. It was more than 10 floors. Because when we were talking about this before, I thought, and there was one, it used to in the early hours of the morning, so we were about 2, 3 in the morning.
Yeah.
So it goes up, first floor, third floor, fourth floor, sixth, and so on, and then to the top floor. And then all of a sudden, this morning, been doing this for about a year.
God, you were slow.
It's always one, isn't it?
Good.
And been to the top one, coming back down. Lift goes pitch black. I feared of my life because the lift felt like it had dropped to the floor, and I dropped my lunch. I tell you. Gets the lift back down. Got the lights come back on. I do remember, I never mentioned this before, but I do remember I did ask the security guards on the way out, has anything happened? And he said nothing has happened at all.
So it just went pitch black.
Pitch black, and it felt like the lift had dropped about 10 floors.
And was it like was it light in the lift when you got in it? Was the light in it?
It was fine, yeah.
And then it just went pitch black.
Pitch black.
And have you been back since?
I never went back in there after that.
So you never went back to even just think about what could it have been?
No, never went back.
Would you go back?
Refused. I don't know, I may do.
Well, if there's anybody else who's had that same experience in the Arndale Centre and you want to get in touch with us, please do so.
Yeah, please do.
Might as well throw it in now, Jonathan.
May as well throw it in, mate. So you can email us on info.accessparanormal@gmail.com, or send us a message on Facebook or Instagram, which is Access Paranormal Radio Podcast, or you can always leave us a message or leave us a voicemail on the phone on 07828 201056.
How easy was that? Now, we were talking about games then. The next one I'm going to go on to was Bloody Mary, or as it used to be called, Hail Mary or Mary Worth.
Okay.
What
is it with Mary then?
Yeah, some Bloody Mary it was. I actually thought it was a drink, you know.
Yeah.
So that was
tomato juice.
Do you know anything about this Bloody Mary? I've never done it.
Yeah, I done it when I was about 10.
Tell us about it.
I didn't stay long enough to see what happened, so I ran out halfway through, got scared. But it was me and a friend, 10 years old, shouldn't even be doing anything like that. Went into the bathroom, thought we were funny, lit some candles and started saying it. And then when it got to the second time, when she said it, I ran out. So when something happened to her, she never told me. When I come back in, all the lights were out and everything else, and all the candles were out, but she said she was fine. But then she didn't seem fine, so I don't know to this day what happened. She'll never speak about it, so who knows.
Anything ever happened to you?
No, not as much as I can remember anyway. I've never played that game before, so
fair enough.
I've never really
moving on.
I've never really been that dangerous, but I've done Ouija boards before. That's probably what I can say.
Ouija board. Everyone's done a Ouija board, haven't they?
In a cemetery when you was about 9.
Seriously?
You're strange.
And did anything happen?
I went with a few friends. We got a few responses, but nothing major happened.
I reckon he was just learning the alphabet.
So do I. He's still doing it now.
Yeah, that's why he likes the Ouija board.
Listen to you old timers.
Good comeback. Yeah. Then there was her. Yeah. And then there was Candyman. Is that the one where you say it 3 times?
Yeah.
And in the mirror.
Yeah, I think it's so similar to Bloody Mary, because they've brought out a film, haven't they, now? So
is that just coming out recently, isn't it?
Yeah, I think in the last few months it's come out.
Yeah.
Now, yeah.
So that's an interesting one. Is it Candyman who originated from Liverpool? I'm sure it is.
I think it is, isn't it?
Yeah. It started in Liverpool. Was it Jumpin' Jack Flash first? And then it was the Candyman.
Yeah, that's right.
And then obviously it went all over the world, didn't it?
Yeah. Yeah.
So nothing to do with the song.
Been quite a few things come out of Liverpool, hasn't there?
Oh God, yeah.
Haunted. Haunted things like that.
Well, you only have to ask Tom Slemon. It's one of the most haunted places in the UK. Well, it is the most haunted. Derby's haunted like that as well.
When I used to do the ghost walks in Liverpool, we started a new one, and it was the Jack the Ripper one.
Oh yeah.
In Chilwell, and then they were going to do one in Liverpool city centre as well.
Yeah.
So it was quite interesting.
Well, we have got a connection with Jack the Ripper up here, haven't we? Because it's allegedly this is where he came from.
Yeah.
I've heard different stories.
Yeah.
I'll tell you who is fantastic on the Jack the Ripper is Frank Carlisle, the historian of Liverpool.
Ah, right, okay.
He is solid on Jack the Ripper.
Yeah.
His theories are fantastic. he's one person you should listen to when he's talking about it. He's phenomenal. If you can get to go to one of his talks, highly recommend them.
It's brilliant.
Fantastic him. And another one before we've got Scrying, which is still out now, looking in the mirror, seeing if we can find anything. The other one was Momo. Very, very dangerous.
Momo, that's right.
Yeah, we won't say too much about it because it did cause a few deaths, that one.
Yeah,
and it's not one that
remember,
highly recommend it not to do. Do not go anywhere near it. So there's some of the what's names, and I heard that there's a book out, and it came out a few years back, and it was called Dangerous Games to Play in the Dark. And I'm going to have a look at that.
Oh,
that'll be an interesting one to look at. So I'm going to look that up. Yeah. So that was. We've had a little bit of a chat now. So what we're going to do, just to give you a little bit of a break. I mean, me and Jonathan used to have hardly said a word yet.
I know,
we done in 2017 a paranormal investigation. When I was saying it early on in the show, seems a long time ago now when you look at it. And when you see who was on it, when you think Bill was on it, Donna, Des, Jane,
I know,
Lindsay, myself down in the cellar here,
and
it was part of an investigation we did, and we found this recording, and I went, I haven't heard this. And we heard a little bit of it, and it was you watching, and I said, Jamie, put it on. So it's like a bit of a flashback of our paranormal investigation,
isn't it?
So instead of talking about it now, and let's get down to the cellar. Let's go back to 2017. Okay, we're now live. Okay, we're just waiting for everybody to get ready to sit around the table. Sitting around the table with us, we've got Des, Donna, Lindsay, Jane, myself, Jamie, and we've got Bill, and we're down in the cellars of Mill Street Barracks. We were here earlier on. We're in the middle room again where we had some unusual things happening. We had some really, really strange smells, and that wasn't from us. Just to break the ice a bit there, but we had near the end we had some really nice flowery smells. A couple of them had like a smell of roses and things like that, and we had a really, really bad, horrible stenchy smell, which strangely enough there was only me what heard it. So what we're going to do is we're going to call out, and we're hoping you're going to be able to hear us. So we're just waiting for everyone to settle, and then we'll be calling out. We have been in other parts of the building. We have tried the top balcony, which was quite quiet, and we went into the classrooms. I did try to put a blog up before, but it just wouldn't let me go, and for some reason put it up. We were in the far classrooms at the far end of the building. Nothing really happened in there. In fact, we got quite distracted, and we ended up all laughing our heads off for about 20-25 minutes, and then we decided then it was enough, and we come down, had a break, and then we decided to go live here in the cellar, which we think's our favourite part. We've had loads happening here in the past, so hopefully we're going to have things happening tonight. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go and start calling out. So is everybody ready? Yeah. Okay. I'm going to ask if there's anybody here with us now, anyone in this part of the building who'd like to come forward, come and talk to us, show us you're around. If you were here earlier on, come and talk to someone around the table. If you can make a sound by knocking, throwing something, whatever you can do to show us you're here, we'd appreciate it. If there's anyone you'd like to wish to communicate with, anyone around the table who you personally would like to talk to, go to that person, tell them you're here, tell them your name. We're not here to harm you or disrespect you in any way. We're here as friends, friends of yours, friends of the building, and those attached to the building. You know, we've been here many, many times before. You've interacted before. This is your opportunity again to talk to us. Can you do something now? Show us you're here, please. All you can hear is my stomach rumbling.
So I don't know whether that's affecting that.
Yeah. No, it's too far away now.
Well, I've been flickering, but...
The K2, yeah. Bill, can the lights go off on this phone? So, although it's live, can we turn the phone off? Say not off, but how do you do that? Come on, you do it. Okay, I think we're live again now. Yep, okay. Sorry about that. We had a bit of a technical problem there. Lee's listening in. Hi, Lee. And who else? So you say, oh, Kylie. Did you say Kylie then? Because Kylie's from where I work, yeah.
No.
Right, okay.
I said Lee.
I'm just going to turn it upside down like that. Can you hear us live now, Jim Lindsay? Yeah. Are we live? Are we still live? Yeah.
I'm trying. Yeah.
Sorry, we're just trying technical problems here. We're still live.
No, it's saying the strength's not good enough.
On yours?
Yeah.
Yeah, we're fine. We're live.
Just ask Lee to say something if you can hear us.
Lee, if you can hear us, can you just let us know that we're live? It's not letting us know here before we call out again. Okay, got an idea. Has anybody got a cover or something we could cover that with? That was muffled then, wouldn't it? Don't worry, we'll take the risk.
Yeah, it doesn't work.
Why don't you look at it so it's like underneath the table and thing?
No, we'll just try it.
Okay.
It's just a trial and error tonight.
That's just well.
It is.
So it is, yeah.
Cold now.
Okay. Okay, I'm going to ask if there's anybody here with us now. If that's you with the K2, can you make it flicker more, please?
So for those who are listening as well, it's about 3 metres away, so...
Yeah, it's quite a distance away. Bill, just move the K2 to the other end of that table.
Yeah.
I'm only a bit concerned that it's a bit closer to the audio, the video camera.
On that thing yet.
Yeah,
I know I've taken it off.
Can you close your screen, Bill, while it's recording?
9 devices.
Okay. I'm going to ask again if there's anybody here with us now. Anyone who can hear us, or anyone who can see us. Could you come forward, please? Come and show us you're here.
It's just gone again.
Anyone who can hear us? Okay, we're live.
Yeah.
Around the table, you've got Des.
Hi.
You've got Donna.
Hi.
You've got Lindsay.
Hi.
You've got Jane.
Hello.
You've got Bill.
Hello.
And you've got me, Jamie. So if you can you come and introduce yourself?
Yeah.
It was going to.
Is it still going off the K2?
No,
It's suddenly stopped.
On flight now.
It is flashing now though.
Yeah.
If that's you making the K2 flicker, can you make it go brighter, please? Just for those who are listening, though, the K2 is what? 12 foot away from anything technical or electrical.
Yeah, it's going again.
Yeah.
Just go round the back of here.
It's gone really dark behind Jane.
Can you push it to the red, please?
In fact, behind you, Jane, it's gone really dark, hasn't it?
K2's going off to red now.
Yeah.
It's where it was dark before.
Okay, we now know you're in the building with us, or you're in this section with us. Is there any way you can let us know who you are? Look at that, now it's going really up. Can I ask, if this is clear, can you make it go right to the red? Is it the male? That went right up then, didn't it? Are you Jack?
Oh.
Maybe. I don't know.
I'm not sure.
It's sort of different,
Trust
isn't
it.
I'm not sure
If it's something.
whether it's
You
just
don't.
something. My stomach keeps rumbling.
It's going again, yeah.
Okay, let's give a proper call out then. Let's see what we can get. I'm going to ask if there's anybody here. Anyone in the cellar part with us? Anybody who worked here?
lived here, was based here. Anybody who sadly passed away here? Could you come forward, please? No one's here to harm you. No one's here to disrespect you in any way. We just want to make contact with you. Let us know you're around. Talk to someone. There's 6 of us here sitting around this table. I'm sure you know who we are. We've been here many, many times before. I'm going to ask for Claire to come forward. Oh, for the listeners, that was my stomach. So was that.
That moan that we heard, did that go on the recording? Or?
A massive...
I don't think it went, because the actual audio went off, didn't it, when we heard that sound, which was annoying.
Very cold breeze here.
Des is covering himself up there for some reason.
It's cold behind me as well.
Yeah,
My
I can
back's
feel it.
cold.
It's gone really, really cold.
If there's someone in the room with us now, come forward. You've got nothing to be afraid of. Show yourself if you can, in the way you can. It's your opportunity to show everyone that you're still around.
Oh, my back has gone freezing. Especially up by the spine.
Well, where you're sitting, that's where that sound come from before,
Yeah,
wasn't it?
it was behind.
Yeah.
What's weird is though, when we were all introducing ourselves,
Yep.
that was going between
That's
orange
a car.
and red.
It's a car. Can you walk across the floor? Oh my God, my stomach. Yeah. If you're in the main hall and you can hear me, walk across the hallway. Walk towards us.
Definitely someone with a spinal injury. It's like going straight from halfway up my back right up in between my shoulder blades.
The thing is where we are now, just for those who are listening, we're in the cellar which was once the mortuary or the morgue, whichever one you want to call it. In the wartime, this is where they used to lay the bodies in this section. There is another section called the boiler room, which we thought once was the mortuary, but it's not. We found out recently that the whole of the cellar was the mortuary. So what Des is saying, you know, it could be because it was army and soldiers who allegedly was laid to rest down here, or laid down here, ready to be taken over to the chapel. You know, it's not all confirmed. But we do know that this section was where was the mortuary. I knew I shouldn't have had that drink, you know.
It was flickering quite a bit.
Yeah. We usually get walking across the main hall, don't we? It's quiet.
This gent's given me the name Stanley.
Not heard Stanley before here.
No.
Can you copy me?
Okay, so he's flashing a lot.
Was it off before, or was it just continuously flashing?
No, it sort of settles like that now, like it is now, and then it's sort of going up towards orange. When you said about copy me then.
We'll have to see. No.
No.
We'll have to see when we turn the live off whether it's still flashing, won't we?
Yeah.
When we turn your phone off.
Yeah.
Then we'll know.
Yeah.
Can you copy me? I'm going to whistle now. Now I'm going cold. You know, at the back of me.
It's all round the back, isn't it?
Yeah. I don't know whether it's because it's that time of night or
It
morning.
was warm in here earlier.
Yeah, it was lovely and warm here. Can you come towards us, please? Come and show us you're here. Come and make a sound. Close one of the doors. Or open one of the doors. Bill, you know that camera? Could you just turn that camera off so it's not, because it's quite bright over there, isn't it? It's like the light against the wall, I keep getting distracted by it.
Yeah, it's flashing over here.
Yeah. Just don't fall over your chair when you way back. That's better, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, 2 stop now.
Yeah, so it must have been the camera.
Yeah.
Now if it goes, we can take it.
Yeah.
Yeah, they there.
Yeah, it just flickered, yeah.
Did it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just for those listening, I don't know how many's listening or who's listening, but down in the middle cellar where we've had before, we've actually had torches being switched on in the past. And we've had a really bright flash of light, which everybody saw. It came from like the floor, went up through to the ceiling. And that was one of the best things we've ever seen here. We've had groups come in here and they've had their torches switched on without expecting it. We've had quite a few things in here.
Touched. You've been touched, haven't you, in your arm?
Yeah, we've had a few of that.
Isn't it in here you had someone say your name?
Yeah, we had that. Yeah,
Recently.
Twice. It was twice, wasn't it? What we were doing is I was calling out in here and asked them to say something, and I actually heard the name Jamie once, and then it happened again for the second time, which was kind of creepy in a way. It was like a bit unnervy.
Right in your ear, wasn't it?
Oh, it was, yeah, right in my ear. So yeah, this is my favourite room in the building. One of my favourites. My other favourites is obviously the firing range, along with the boiler room. But this is my favourite room, I think. Okay, I'm going to call out again now. I'm going to ask something. I don't know whether something just fell onto my hair or something just touched my hair. You know when you feel something drop?
Well, that's where yours sat, was where we seen something drop earlier.
Yeah, that's right, you did, didn't you? We're all sitting in the same places we were earlier on, so that's good. Just as I was going to call out, that happened. Okay, if that was you, can you do it again?
I've seen Chelsea, you know where the door is, so
Yeah.
she blocks it out, somebody's walking.
That could be your eyes though, Bill, because I noticed that when you do look at doors at the bottom, you tend to see that, you know, you can see that on a lot of doors. So I just think that's, personally, I think that's just an illusion with your eyes.
Okay, 2's flickering again.
I'm going to ask if there's anybody here with us now. Anyone who's part of this building, both working or even living here. Any soldiers? Come forward, come and talk to us. We know there's a John that works here or lived here. Can you come forward? There's also Claire. We'd love you to come forward, Claire, and show us you're around. There's a couple of torches if you could turn them on.
You alright, Des?
Yeah, just tired.
Come and show us you're here, please. That behind you, Jane, is really, really dark now.
I'm not turning around.
'Cause I could see the posts. And I can see one post, but I can't see the other one anymore.
Do we put this torch side of that K2 and see if we can get it switched on?
You're better putting the torch over there, Bill. Do you want me to go and put it over there?
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought you would let me do that one. The only thing is, I've got to get I've got to get back again, haven't I? Okay.
Okay.
Just for those listening, I've just put a torch on the other side of the room, and Lindsay's just blinded me with her torch.
What? You have to look at that because I can't see it.
Okay, I'm going to ask if there is anyone here with us. We've put a torch where sometimes it gets switched on. If you can turn it on, we'd really appreciate it. If there's anything else you can do, can you do it now? That was my stomach though. You know who we are. What?
By the door then I thought I saw a light or something. You know where Bill said he saw it going darker?
Yeah.
Just about 3 foot up to the side of it. I was looking to see if I could see anything underneath the door like Bill saw. And it was just like a light or something came out.
If that's you, come forward. That's you with the lights. Can you make more of them?
That was me.
Good. You get that feeling you're being watched. I'm starting to feel that now. It's getting darker.
Definitely.
And I'm not just saying that because we've turned some of the lights out, but it seems to be getting dark. I know we've got a bit of light coming off the torch. My stomach. For those of you who are listening, I do apologise for my stomach, but we did have something to eat earlier on as well. Come on, come forward please. Does anybody else want to do a call out?
We just went up right to the top there.
Katie just went to the amber.
Did it? If that was you, can you make that light flicker again, please? If that's the way you want to communicate, that's fine. Make the light flicker now if you want to communicate with us through that. We know you're around, we know you're listening. You don't have to be afraid, you can come forward. Does one of the girls want to call out? Maybe a gentle voice? I guess not. all you've done at the break was talk. I asked you to call out. Nothing. Not a thing. Can one of you two lads do a girl's voice?
I can go camp.
Do you want to give a call out then, Bill?
Me?
Yeah. Do it in your posh voice.
No, I can't. Go on, yes, you two.
No, Des?
Go on, I'll have a go. Is there any spirit people around us at this moment in time? Can you please step forward and let us know you're here? You tap on a table or touch somebody.
I don't know whether it's my eyes again, but you know when I was saying earlier on, I'm catching things and calling my eye moving.
Yeah.
But I don't know whether it's, my eyes adjusting to the lights or not. I've got to think logically as well.
As Jamie says earlier, this building was a morgue and connected with the war. And there's also children around. Would any of those spirit people or children like to step forward, please? Show us that you're here. We mean you no harm. Come and hold someone's hand. Or give someone a hug. or if there's any injured soldiers that were here before they passed, can you come and step forward and let us know you're here? We just want you to have a chance to communicate with everyone.
I've just gone really, really warm.
Oh, good. You feel like someone's with you, or?
No, it's just, like I was a bit chilled. Not, well, chilly. And the next minute it just went really, really warm. It was like, you get, all of a sudden you walk into I don't know whether you noticed in the week when it was like really sunny, you'd come out to like a building and you go out and the heat would hit you. And that's what it was just like just then. That's the kind of heat I just had on me.
I'm still freezing.
I'm really cold.
Yeah, really cold.
Yes, it's running.
I've just seen a light over there.
Well,
Over there to the left, my left. Your right.
K2's flickering again.
If you're trying to use the light, make it flicker more, please. Use the energies. Did anybody hear that?
Yeah.
What?
What did you hear? Was it a whistle or a? Well,
I don't know. To me, it just sounded like.
No. It was between me and you, Jane, and it just sounded like someone going. That's what it sounded like.
I didn't hear it, to be honest.
If that was you, can you make it louder?
Oh, I heard it then.
Did you hear it?
Yeah. Somewhere around here.
Yeah.
I feel like someone's
It's
playing
like
with
somebody's
They're trying.
blowing or something.
Yeah.
We just brought that light up.
Hey?
Has anybody just moved?
No.
That light just, the ball over there. It bright, it just blocked out.
It's gone off, hasn't it, the light?
Yeah.
K2's gone off completely.
No, K2's there.
No, that's the one that was up there, the light, it's gone off.
Oh, right.
Yeah, it has.
What light was that?
It's like
Des-
bright
Des-
over there.
Yeah, it was
Gone
quite
down.
bright over there, and it was like you could see something up.
Oh, is that me?
Hold on,
That?
Donna. It's Donna.
Sorry.
Yeah, it's all right. At least,
Again,
yeah, but at least,
Okay,
yeah, but it's nice to debunk something
Yeah.
instead of trying to think, oh, it's But what we heard here just then,
yeah,
that was
I could
clear.
hear that. The second one I heard.
Yeah.
Look, it's going mad again, that now.
Oh yeah. Just for those listening, the K2 is now going really bright. Can you do it again, please? Are you walking round us, trying to get to know us?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Stomach. We know when. Sorry, Jane.
I
Go
was
on.
going to say, can you go up to somebody and blow in their ear?
Just for those listening, the atmosphere's changed completely. This is what happened earlier on, but it seems to be, the atmosphere seems okay. It's not like it was earlier on, in a way that it got tense, didn't it? We felt like we were getting squeezed together.
Yeah, and that's when we had the bad smell. Well, you
Oh,
did,
that
and
was
then
terrible,
we
that.
thought you better leave.
Yeah, if
It
anybody
wasn't
smelled
good.
that
Yeah.
smell.
On Jane's advice, we decided to leave, didn't we? Because you said, no, don't, when you get something like that, you need to get out.
Yeah.
The person who's with us now, do you want to...
Okay, stop.
It's all right, it's
I'll put
okay,
the
it's
torch on.
okay.
What's the matter?
What's wrong?
It's like something. Sorry.
No, it's all right.
It's like something went from behind me and pushed.
Pushed you.
Okay, that's all right. They're not going to
turn the
harm you.
light
They're
off.
just trying to talk to you,
Yeah,
make
right.
communicate. We did
Yeah,
ask
just
for
made me
something.
jump.
Maybe
You all right,
you
Donna?
jump.
Sorry, yeah.
No, don't say sorry. It's,
Oh, God.
But it's still going,
I still feel like I've got like hands sort of around the bottom of my back.
You alright?
Yeah.
It's alright, Donna, don't worry.
It's like, the bit on the bottom of the chair
Yeah.
where there's the hole, it's like something pushed through that.
Right.
Let me check if we're still.
Yeah, we're still live. You're right,
I'm
you're
still
okay.
feeling it.
Well, I said,
It's
can
like
you blow in someone's ear,
it's
not
like
push
something's
them?
like that going underneath it.
Well, we did ask them to communicate the way they
but
can, not the
I'd
way
like
we...
them to like take it away.
Yeah.
I don't
Okay.
want to feel anything
That's
on me
too
when
much.
she.
If that was you gave Donna a bit of a fright then, there's no need to do what you've just done. What we'd like you to do is just, if you want to talk to someone... Whoa!
Oh, what?
No,
Stop
no,
it! Stop
I'm
it!
really... Something's just pushed my chair or knocked my
Right,
chair.
okay, I've just put my torch on.
No,
it.
don't. No, this is what we
They're
want.
playing with us now.
No, but
Yeah.
I don't know if I like it.
It'll actually, I'll show you what I've done. This is
Because
me.
I thought
it's
I
me,
felt
it's me.
something on my
You
leg.
ready?
Yeah.
That's what
It's
I went.
like a slow pressure starting to
On
push,
the
isn't it?
chair, yeah.
Yeah, Lindsay,
Yeah.
Okay. This I didn't expect. Thank you for that. I do appreciate it.
It's uncomfortable now.
So
Yeah, sorry about that. We know we were asking you to do something, and we didn't expect you to do what you're doing. Can I ask if this is a male or are you male? Are you female? If you're female, you know the green light you can see. Can you make that flicker? Is it you who's walking out? Are you trying to communicate with us? We do appreciate it. We know you're not trying to do us any harm. Just for those listening, Lindsay and Jane are now so close you couldn't... you'd need a crowbar to separate them. That's how tense it's gone in the room. Donna's gone quiet.
Yeah, I'm still feeling it round it. Well,
Bill,
Yeah.
have you just gone...
Nope.
Something's just blown right across the back of my neck.
it now feels like, when you sat on someone's hand,
Yeah.
and I don't like that.
Not guilty.
Hold on.
No, I know it's not you.
There's something behind me, I think, because I've just had a really, somebody blowing on my neck.
I did ask for them to blow.
Yeah, that's
didn't
fine. You did.
I did, yeah.
That's fine. We did ask you to do that. We really appreciate it.
Can't believe me.
We know you're not here to harm us. We know you're just trying to communicate, and that's absolutely fine. Could I ask who you are, please?
Really dark and it's slightly lighter behind you,
Yeah.
Jamie.
You cheer again. Is it because I'm the one who's doing the talk and you're trying to communicate with me? That's fine. That's absolutely fine. What I'm asking you to do is be gentle and be kind. Could I ask you who it is, please? I'm getting corner of the eye stuff.
Is it to your left?
Yeah,
Yeah.
between me and Bill.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's pitch black and it's just ever so slightly lighter. Can you see it, Donna, there?
Next to me.
Just in between
Oh,
them
yeah.
there. Can you see it there? Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, I know you're standing behind. Oh, I can see what you mean.
Yeah, can you
There's
see it?
white behind me. Okay. I know you're behind me. I know, I feel as if there is something behind. Do you know what I mean? It's standing behind me. Do you remember one time I sat here before and somebody said there's something standing behind you? Or next to you?
Yeah.
I've gone all like tingly kind of.
Yeah, no, that's fine.
Goosebumps.
The person who's standing behind me, I really do appreciate it. Is there any way you can communicate with me? Can you tell me your name? You're now waiting for something else to happen, aren't you?
Yeah.
I'm really tense.
Yeah.
I
Yeah, we all are.
don't like it.
Chair.
Your chair.
It's just, you know, the way it knocked before.
Yeah.
I'm expecting it now, though. I'm thinking like expect the unexpected now because I don't want to jump.
No, but when you jump, it makes me jump.
I know, but I couldn't help that one because it was like the way I can only explain
Mine
it.
then.
Your chair?
Yeah, just the
Yeah.
very bottom of it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is right on
The
the
other-
The
bottom.
very
Yeah.
bottom.
The only
tiny
way
bit,
I can
yeah.
explain it is it was like somebody walked into my chair by mistake. You know the way
It's
you're
like a
walking and
really
you hit a
gentle
chair
one.
by
Yeah,
mistake.
As if
It's like a tiny, yeah.
I'm getting a lot of pain in my back again.
Don't mean to sound awful, but can anybody else like smell bad breath?
No. Uh-oh. Bad smell again.
No, it's
No.
no, it's not a bad. It's like what the breath would probably
Right,
smell
okay.
like.
Can I ask the person in the room, with respect, can you move over towards the green light and make the green light flicker? Can you communicate with us through that? Or are you going to carry on walking around us and touching each one of us? Are you a child? We know you're here, we know you're walking around us, and we appreciate it. We know you're trying to communicate with us, which is fantastic. Is there any other way you can show us you're here? Can you show yourself? Give us some kind of light form? Or knock on the table, knock on something? I put a
Sorry, that was
torch.
me.
I'm going to point over there. I put a torch in that direction there. If you can see it, and you can, I know it's a lot to ask you, can you try and switch the torch on? Or knock it onto the floor? It's not mine anyway.
That was me scratching my hand.
Just moving my foot.
It's getting to the point now where you're expecting something, I've gone really cold.
Oh, well,
I was dead warm before, now I'm getting colder.
I can like breathe, isn't there?
Are you colder on your left?
Sorry,
Are you
Lindsay,
colder
when I
on your
was
left?
just I thought he had walking
Outside or up?
upstairs. And we all know the doors are locked. Did you lock the doors when you come back in?
Me, yeah.
Yeah, okay.
I just feel like at this moment in time, it's like either someone or something is sort of like pushing my shoulder, you know, like my arms in, closer to my body. But there's like a tension there.
It could be, Des, because we're all tense at the moment. It could be just, you know, yourself, your own tension, because we're all waiting for something to happen now. I just think we've all gone into that protective mode. The worst thing is you're looking around, your eyes are looking everywhere.
It seems like knocking chairs. If you want to come and knock the chair arm on.
Instead of knocking the chairs and touching people, would you knock on the table, any table, or make it quite loud so we can all hear it?
Or push the table, I've had that before. Lift it.
The atmosphere in here is completely different to what it was up in that classroom.
Yeah.
We've turned serious, haven't we? It's funny how we can go from one extreme to the other in different rooms.
Yeah.
my back's freezing.
I wondered
It
if
seems
it's
to be
children
behind you
upstairs,
two,
it
that
was.
it seems to be.
Hmm?
It seems to be behind you two, but like I said, we've had it behind us as well. Our chairs have been knocked.
That's why I'm waiting for something to happen to me now, because I've not had anything yet.
Could I ask you to come forward, please? Oh, my stomach again. God, blimey. That was a Chinese we had earlier.
That smell's
Yeah,
gone.
Lindsay, 'cause it's-
That smell's gone as well.
I'm going to ask again if there's anybody here with us now. We know there's at least one person. Please come forward. Come and talk to us. Just so people who are listening know, there's only 6 of us in this building. And all 6 of us are sitting around this table. There's nobody else in this building apart from us. And it's on lockdown. There's nobody around whatsoever.
We're very brave, aren't we?
Mm. But we know the building, that's the main thing.
Yeah.
John Dagger, if you listen to this or you're listening now, do not suggest doing a lone vigil in here.
That's not going to happen.
Because it's not going to happen, mate. Although I think you're a great person. I think you've got a great sense of humour. My sense of humour doesn't go that far. But if you wish to do one on your own, John...
He can do one on his own.
Good luck.
K2's going off again.
Yeah, is it?
Mm-hmm. It just flickered then. There you go.
I can't see the other K2. Need that one.
I'm going to give it a big go out now.
Yeah, because we're going to have to finish soon, aren't we?
Okay, I'm going to ask one more time. Soon we have to finish and we have to go home. So I'm going to ask anybody in this building, whether you're in the classrooms, in the main hall, on the balconies, if you'd like to come forward, like to come and show us where you are.
Did anybody nudge the table then?
Yeah, it's me, my hand slipped off my jacket. Okay, so it's flickering on.
Anybody whispering?
No.
Not one person whispering?
No.
I've just had whispering in me right ear.
So can you hear what it said?
No, because people were talking, I couldn't catch what it was saying.
Well, that's going mad now.
And for anybody else who listens, I am not a medium. I'm just a person who enjoys paranormal investigations. I'm nothing special. I just enjoy sitting in the dark with friends.
K2's going a bit mad now.
Oh, it's orange.
I'll continue with those call notes.
Yeah.
Whoa, that really went then.
Yeah.
I'm asking anybody to come forward and talk to us. This is your last chance. We will be closing down soon and we'll be going home. Come forward, come and talk to us.
Is that something tapping or is it?
No, I heard tapping, but
okay.
No, I heard something above us. Show us you're around. Stomach.
It's like a wine.
I know, yeah. I impersonate anything with my stomach. Come and show us you're around. Come and communicate with us. Let us know you're here for one last time. Talk to us. Give us some kind of lights. Throw something if you want. Move something. Do what you can to show us you're here. Come and say good night to us or goodbye to us. I'm going to give you one last whistle. See if you can copy me. Watch your ears.
K2 flickered then when you did that. Yeah.
I feel something to the right, not to the left. We're all looking down there.
Yeah.
And I feel like there's something to the right over there.
I saw put my head up.
Is that why you've got your hood up, yeah?
Have you did you hear a whistle?
No, I was just saying to Jamie, do you whistle again?
Okay.
God.
First time you done it, I felt a breeze come up by me throat and
Probably me whistling.
Mm-hmm.
That's why I asked you to do it again, just in case.
I'm quite light over there, it's gone dark now.
It's funny because when you were calling out, it was going mad, the K2, and now it's stopped.
Really then. To anybody in the building, we're down in the cellar, or sadly what was used to be the mortuary. I'd like to ask Claire, or Jack, or any of the other resident spirits here to come forward. Or persons. Come and say goodbye. We will be back in the future, you know that, because we're here regular. Come and communicate one more time tonight. I've just seen whether it was one of you moving or not. A shadow what went from the left to the right.
Well, I'm not moving.
I'm moving
it
my head
at all.
like that.
Do it again then, Lindsay. No, it's not you because I can't see you.
I've got a really horrible headache, come on.
Have you?
Mm,
Could that be through tiredness? Or?
could be.
Yeah. The light I could see over in the corner, over on that right hand side is going, it's vanishing.
What is yours doing?
Now that's what I saw over there.
Yeah. Was it?
And it's pitch black now. But there was like, it was a bit lighter before, but now it's gone pitch black.
Yeah.
But it wasn't high up, it was low down.
I just got goosebumps right through me, you know when you get goosebumps?
Yeah.
Can somebody give us the time, please?
Yeah, I know. Mm-hmm. 1:25.
Okay, I think we'll call it.
Yeah.
Because it's 1:25 and we've got
Gotta
to
get
lock up and
home.
everything, haven't we?
Yeah.
Okay, for anybody on Facebook who's listening to us, we're gonna close the night off now. We're gonna call it a night. We've had a good night here at Mill Street Barracks. We've had some unusual things happen from one extreme to another. Where we were when we were in here earlier on, it was quite calm, but right near the end it got quite tense to the point that we did have to get out the room. Then we went up into the balcony, which was quite relaxing really. Nothing ever happened in there.
No, we just
We went back down. We got really tired, but you know. And then we moved from there. We went and had a quick drink and that, and a loo break. Then we went up to the classrooms at the far end. All we could do in there was laugh and joke and had loads of banter, which was really weird because we've never done that in that room before. And then what we done then is we decided to have another break, and then we come back down to the cellar, which we've shared with you tonight. And we're next in the creep tunnels over on the Wirral, and we'll be with WPIT, who are from Manchester, who are brilliant, Michelle Shaw and that, so they'll be with us next week. So we will try and go live again there if you want to join us. We will advertise it both on the page, and we'll also advertise it on the blog. So thanks for joining us, and from Mike, not even Mike, is it? And I was doing so well. So good night from Des,
Good night.
Donna,
Night.
Lindsay,
Good night.
Jane,
Night night.
Bill,
Good night.
and myself, Jamie, all from Ghost Quest Paranormal and from here in Mill Street Barracks. Good night and have a good sleep.
Wasn't it nice to go back and be a bit nostalgic there? And I know it's only 2017, but to hear Bill,
I know. Bless him.
yeah, Lindsay,
I know.
I know we haven't seen them for ages, have we?
We
We haven't
haven't.
seen Lindsay or Donna,
Des.
Des and Donna.
Yeah. Oh my
We haven't seen them
word.
for ages, and I mean Lindsay was part of our group. It's a shame she
Yeah.
disappeared. Really,
I know.
So if you're out there, where are you?
Yeah, come back.
Yeah, but no, we're going to
of
do
course.
that again. It was great to have that. Do you know the weird thing is?
Go on.
I still call out similar.
Don't you just? Don't sound no different than you did last week.
We were laughing about it while we were listening to it. We were going, oh my God, I'm going to have to change something here. You might as well just repeat me on every single one of them.
I know, yeah.
I was like, oh my God, I need to change.
It's a recording.
Yeah,
That's what it is, isn't it?
Yeah, I need to change. After listening to that, I thought, no, that's a change. I've got to do it. But it was nice. It was lovely to go back into that and think, that was, 4 years ago?
I know. Do you know what? Didn't even know you'd recorded that.
Well, no, did I? Because what it was, Jonathan, I was all the investigations we've done for the show and before the show, I was going through them all and dating them all and chronologically putting them in order.
Correlating.
Listen, I've just come up with chronologically there. Now, that's
better.
a big word for me. So put them in an order.
Some B is a big word for you. Good one.
So I put them in an order anyway, and I found a few that we look back on, and we're going to put one on in the next couple of weeks.
Yes.
I'm not going to say where it was, but it was in Liverpool.
Yeah.
But I'm not going to say the location because it's going to be great.
Oh, I love that place.
I know. And when we played it, we went, wow. And that was 2015.
Even further back.
Yeah.
6 years ago.
Yeah. So I can't wait I can't actually wait to play that one because that was a cracker. And it'll bring back memories as well.
It will, yeah.
I mean, I'd love to go back there.
Oh, so would I.
That'll keep people thinking, I wonder where that is. Well, in a couple of weeks' time, when we play the flashbacks of the past paranormal investigation again, you will know where it is.
I know.
Do you remember the Rotunda? Doing the Rotunda?
I never went to the Rotunda. I think I came just after that.
Oh, weren't you with us then?
No.
Oh, it was one of the good times then. Yeah. Now, Marie will tell you the story.
You know what? Know what, Lewis? Right.
Louise is aware. Don't leave poor Louise out.
You're right there, Louise.
She's in the most comfortable chair in this room.
I know she is, yeah.
Yeah, she definitely is.
Danger of falling asleep there. Getting drawn on.
The Rotunda was fantastic. We were the first group ever to go into the Rotunda on, I think it was Great. Can't remember the name of the road now.
It's I know where it was. It's gone now, hasn't it?
The Rotunda has. It was a college. Not the theatre. There used to be the Rotunda Theatre, and then the Rotunda was the row of houses.
Scotland
Great
Road,
Mersey
wasn't
Street. Great Mersey Street, I think it was called.
Scotty Road way.
Round that area, yeah. Great Mersey Street, and it was a fabulous building. It was historical. It was modernised because it was like turned into a college and that.
Right. Okay.
And Ghost Quest Paranormal were the very first group to go in there and do an investigation.
Brill.
And it was superb. Up in the loft, we were down in the what I think there used to be cellars, and they turned them into rooms and everything else, like workshops and things.
Yeah.
And it was fantastic. Absolutely fantastic. And there was a funny story as well. It's part of the paranormal because it's a fella who I know, and he was fantastic. And me and him were fixing a light. Yeah. And I'm trying to think of his name. All right, Jamie lad. That's what he used to go. All right, Jamie lad. What are you doing? Like, you know what I mean?
Proper
and
scouts.
He was brilliant. Chris Darwin.
Oh,
Chris Darwin.
Okay.
Absolute legend. I'll have to get in touch with him. I haven't spoken to him for a long time. And me and him were up. I was up a ladder, and he was all right. Jamie, put this light on. I was like that. You know, what are you doing all right there, Jamie? I pushed the light in and got my finger stuck in the light. You know, when these strip lights.
Sounds right. Yeah. Sounds about right.
He was, I'll go and turn it on now, Jamie. I said, no, don't. My finger stuck. So I took my finger out.
Turns it on.
We had to turn it off. Pull it out again. Put it back in again. That light was great. I only went and done it in the second light as well. Got my finger stuck in the second light. And he said, Jamie, what are you doing, lad? What are you doing? Well, me and him couldn't stop laughing over that. But Marie will tell you a story as well, the Rotunda. Got loads of memories of the Rotunda. We'd done a ghost night there.
Yeah.
And if Marie's listening to this, she will know exactly what I'm going to be telling about before it even starts. And what happened was, there was 5 of us. I had a Vauxhall Severa then. So it was like a 6-seater. So there was 5 of us in this, like, and it was like 3 o'clock in the morning, And Chris was off to Wales the next day to do some filming for some TV thing. Just drop it in the house, Jamie. Push the key through my door, drop it in. Don't wake me up. Going to Wales. So, all right, Chris, I'll do that then. So we finished the ghost hunt there and everything else, and I had to do the lock up and set everything, and went round to his, and I said, yeah, I'll wait there, parked up outside his house, wait there, I'll just push my keys through the door for him. Push keys. So pushed the keys through the door like that, and I went like that, and I went, oh no.
Your keys.
I pushed my keys through the letterbox and not the rotunda keys. So I'm standing outside his door going, oh my God, what am I going to do? And I'm looking at the car and I'm going, oh my God, there's 5 of us. They're all waiting to get a lift home. And I pushed my keys through the door.
But your car keys?
My car keys. So I'm thinking, what am I going to do now? And I'm like, my head's in my hands. And Chris's car's parked on the drive. So I thought, I'll stand behind the car, get my head straight and all this lot. And I was on there. Millie comes wandering down. What have you done? I'm just thinking. You've pushed your keys through the door, haven't you? She knew straight away what I'd done because I was one of the clumsiest people you could ever meet. So I'm
what do you mean was?
So, and I don't know what I'm going to do, you know. And I went, hold on a minute. I didn't hear them hit the floor. Because you had one of those, remember they used to have on the letterbox?
Oh, they have like the brush.
The brush things. I thought, it's got caught on the brush. I've got it. I'm all right. So, logically thinking, I put my hand back in, so I put my hand through his letterbox. There's the key. Oh yeah, got it. Onto the floor. I was going like that, and he was going, what's wrong? I said, they've hit the floor. I said, oh my God, what am I going to do? Like, you know, I said, he's up in the morning because he's going to Wales. So I thought, tell you what, we'll park up outside and we'll wait until he gets up in the morning, and then I'll ask him for my keys. I'm thinking, now I've got to go and tell that lot in the car that they're going to have to wait. So Marie went, I'll go back to the car, you just sort what you need to sort out. And I went, all right then. So I'm still standing there, I'm thinking, what am I going to do? What am I going to do? And thankfully mobiles were around. So I thought, I'm going to have to ring him. You know, I thought, I'm going to have to do it. I'm thinking, his wife's here, I'm going to wake the whole neighbourhood up here. So I'm thinking, oh no, what do we do? Do we get them to sit here for the next 3 or 4 hours in the car and wait for them? Or do we ring them, take the abuse or whatever I was hoping I wasn't going to get? Oh, what do we do? Anyway, I thought, bite the bullet, Jamie, you're going to have to ring them. So I rang Chris up on my mobile. And he said, all right, Jamie, what's wrong, mate? I said, Chris, I said, I pushed the keys through the door. He went, yeah, that's all right, no problem, Jamie, all right. I went, my car keys. You what? I said, I pushed my car keys through. I've still got the keys to the rotunda. It's all right, Jamie, don't worry about it. I'll come down and get it for you. So he comes down the stairs and I'm going, oh, God. You know when you feel so small and so embarrassed over all this? He's going, oh no, like that. Next minute he's got a net curtain on the door, and this little net curtain opens up and there's Chris on the other side. My keys in his hands, grinning and waving them to me in the face. I'm embarrassed as it is already, you know, what I've done like that. So he opens the door and he goes, dear Jamie, dear. Yeah. I said, there's the keys, Chris. And he went, don't worry about it. So he goes off back to bed and he gets to the car and I went, guess what happened in the old... I went, I only went and pushed my keys through the door, but Marie already told them. Oh, yeah. So they were all in fits of laughter, and I'm like this, oh my God, I've just had the most embarrassing moment in my life. And they're all laughing about it. It's okay, it's a joke now, Jamie. At the time, I was bricking it, you know. So anyway... off we go. That's the end of the night and all this. Chris rings up the next day and he goes, Jamie, what happened, lad? What happened? And I said, Chris, I put the keys through your door and all this lot. Anyway, yeah, I know I did. I'll never forget that. I'll get you back for that, lad. I'll get you back. You know. But he was laughing. Yeah. And from that day to this, he's never ever forgotten. And I'm still expecting. He hasn't got me a new address, so I'm all right at the moment. But when he does get me a new address, I'm still dreading it because he does taxiing as well. So that was my story of the keys of the rotunda. On the night we did a paranormal investigation, it was the most excruciating moment of my life. Sitting there, standing there, head in hands, going, "I can't believe I've done it." And they were all going, "Jamie, we can. You've done so many things, but that topped the lot." So, Chris Darwin, if you are out there, I'm sorry. I know it's like 6 or 7 years on, but I'm sorry. And I will be in touch with you, Chris. Love to get in touch with you again and speak to you. So that was my story. Have you got any stories like that? Come on, you must have. I know Jonathan has.
I'm just Ozzy in general, I think.
No, you can't be.
Oh, I am.
Alright, so that's 2 of us in the group then. We're knackered. And Jonathan falls off the stage, so we're all perfect. And what about you? Come on, Lee. Lee? I've just called him Lee.
Do you know what? For that, I ain't even going there.
Lee Arnold. Why? What's wrong? Lee Arnold is a great fella.
Oh, I love Lee. Just not you.
Oh.
I know Jonathan doesn't like me anymore because he has a strawberry sweet.
Yeah. Lewis will be getting pushed off a stage, never mind.
I'd be interested to know what your story is then.
Man.
Yeah, have you got a funny story? Well, you're with Ghost Quest. Everything's funny with us, isn't it?
Yeah. Well, the stage performance was good, like.
What, the Northwich?
Yeah, it wasn't my fault though.
No, the stage moved, did it?
It just wasn't what I thought it was. Apart from it being a little bit higher than what I thought because it was a bit dark.
Yeah.
I did think, like, I was sort of sat over the edge with my legs dangling down. And I did actually think when I thought it was just straight down like a wall.
Oh, no.
But it wasn't. It was sort of like that desk there. Right? But it went in a little bit further again.
Oh, no.
Right? He's nearly crying laughing here.
I can still see it as clear as it was on the day.
So you got to imagine me sitting on the edge of the stage like this, right? It must have been a good 6-7 foot down. Must have been. Right, so I thought,
when we go there,
fine.
you'll see.
That's fine. I'm good. I can jump off there. That's fine. I'm sat on there. I'm going to put my legs there, and I'm going to push myself off. But there was nothing there because my legs just went straight under and never even hit nothing. The only thing that blooming hit at it was my knees on the floor. Oh,
I just did this. Boom, 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 boom. I went, what was that? What was that? And I turned around, there's Jonathan. Have you ever seen the murder scenes on the TV where you could draw a piece of chalk around them? Yeah. That was him. It was, and I just looked at him and I just burst out laughing. I thought, I know. And he was like lying there, and I was saying, "You're all right, Jonathan?" He went, "Yeah." I said, "What did you do?" As if I didn't know, you know.
Yeah,
nearly was flat out, and so that was the funny one with Jonathan. But we went to a theatre, Bake Up Theatre.
Oh, Bake Up.
And a good friend of ours, John Daggy. You'll meet John Daggy, absolute gem of a fella, isn't he?
Yeah.
And when I worked with him, you see, and we were in work, and we were with the equipment for working at heights, so we have all the safety gear. So me and John come up with a concoction that bring the safety gear with us for this night. So Friday night we'd take it back on the Monday. So he brought all the safety gear and all that lot. And we were in Bake Up Theatre, like, and I was saying, look, you know, what we got to do now is we got to be careful. We can't do this. And then I said to Jonathan, John, you do the safety part because you know a lot more about the health and safety and that. And John went into his like tutorial role, didn't he? Where he was like explaining everything about the you know, falling off and all this lot. Then he went, and also, you know, there's possibilities that you could fall off the stage as well. So what we've done is we brought the equipment.
Not aimed at me at all, was it, Jamie?
Hey?
Wasn't aimed at me at all.
No. And then he said, well, so what I've done tonight is I've brought this equipment with us to show you what kind of equipment we use for health and safety. So if Jonathan would like to come forward, because he's the one what fell off the stage. You didn't even know it was coming, did you?
No, you sods. Yeah. That's all I'm going to say.
So I think I've recorded it. I think I've got the video of that, or did I record it? I can't remember on my phone. I'm going to have to. If I find it, I'll put it on YouTube. I'll put it on Facebook.
You're laughing at.
So yeah, we've had some. I mean, they're the funny side of the paranormal, but I think the classic one was James Seddon back at the Northwich Plaza Theatre. It was when you were in the ticket office.
I was in the old ticket office, and you And
Well,
James,
we were recording a video, weren't we?
You were recording. You were recording. I don't know whether you were videoing or you were just recording on your phone.
No, we were recording a video, which he turned into. I've got that somewhere as well.
Well, I was with Bill, wasn't I think.
Yeah, and Bill sat quietly.
Yeah, Bill sat quietly, like sort of at the back to the side, and I said to him, I said, right, be quiet now. I said, I'm going to sit in the little booth, it's like a Victorian ticket booth.
Fantastic.
That's like still there in the back. So I sat in it, still had the little seat inside, and still had the glass and the little arch hole where you get your tickets. Pitch black, and I just waited. I knew them two were in the back, so I waited, and here they came.
And I spotted them.
Yeah, he seen me.
Yeah.
But James never did.
Oh no.
And I just put my face on the glass, and I went, tickets please. And I have never heard a man scream
and swear,
and I've never seen anyone jump that high in all my life.
Oh no.
It was absolute classic. We'd have had a camera.
We would have. That would have gone viral, wouldn't it?
Oh my
It
god!
was brilliant.
But he even turned around last week, James, and he said, "That's like the best thing I've ever known.
Yeah,
the best fright I've ever had in my life."
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the funny thing, the funny thing is, I've actually got from that night our paranormal investigation. So what I'm going to do as well is that's another flashback paranormal. What we're going to do, and I'm going to work all that out because it's like 4 hours of that investigation that night. So I'm going to have to work it, bring it down a little bit.
Edit it down.
Yeah, and I think that was the night you got him as well. That
really
wouldn't it be nice if I'd actually recorded it? I couldn't put it out anyway because of the language he said on it.
Well, no, it'd be funny though.
Oh, definitely would be funny. Yeah. So, talking about funniest moments, I thought the funniest moments as well recently was last week when we were pre-recording. Well, it was the week before, whenever it was, pre-recording the show.
Oh my god!
No, it was last week.
It was last week.
And you were sitting in here, and I was sitting in here. We've recorded it in 3D. We've actually recorded the actual show that week in 3D audio.
Yeah, that's right.
And I was down in the cellar solo, and you were down in the cellar solo.
Yeah, it's when we took the solo.
I can't remember whether it was me or you when the door went like that.
I think it was you because I don't remember doing it. I could be wrong, but I don't remember doing it. But yeah, I remember that night. And
we were sitting in the studio where we are now.
Yeah.
And I put the headphones on, you put your headphones on. You two know what the 3D audio is like. It's fantastic. It's absolutely amazing, superb. And the reason why we do it is for people at home, when they got the headphones on, to feel their part of the investigation.
Yeah.
And it's great because people have, we've had feedback on that and they've said they really enjoy it.
Apart from when
we're keeping you awake there, Lewis. He's yawning in the background there, Jonathan.
Yawning just means you need more oxygen.
Yeah, good excuse.
It does, no, it does.
Yeah, okay.
Look it up.
Well, you must need loads of oxygen then. And if you don't understand why, if you have a look on our Facebook page on Access Paranormal Radio Podcast, you will see Jonathan and Lewis asleep. Say no more. So yeah, that door creaked, and it was because I was editing it, wasn't I? Feeding it into the show and feeding it out again, and it was the feed into the investigation, and the door creaked, didn't it?
Yeah.
And you were sitting there.
Yeah.
And you've got the studio door behind you.
Yeah.
And you nearly leapt off that chair.
That's it, because I thought it was the door opening. It was only us here.
But I was okay because I could see the door. Knew it wasn't anything.
You were fine, yeah. And I sort of seen you looking at the window a couple of times.
Well, I could see reflections of the head, what was in here, what we've got in here, the polystyrene head.
So I'm thinking, what's he keep looking at over there for? And then next thing you hear, what was you two?
Oh no.
It was brilliant. So anyway, I'll tell you what we'll do. We'll play If anybody wants to get in touch with us, we'll play our little advert, what we've had done for us, which I love.
Oh, yeah.
So, anybody who wants to get in touch with us, listen to this little bit of an advert.
Jamie and Jonathan always love to hear your spooky paranormal experiences and stories. Why not get in touch with them directly on email at info.accessparanormal@gmail.com. That's info.accessparanormal@gmail.com. Alternatively, you can leave a message on the studio mobile phone. The number is 07828 201 056. Now, Jamie and Jonathan may get back in touch, but it will be a voicemail, so if you do have anybody answer, who knows who's on the other end of the telephone line.
Okay, we're back after the little advert we did there. Well, we didn't do it, somebody done it for us.
No.
But I love it, it's brilliant.
Yeah, it's good though, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean,
like
watching them actually doing that advert, making it was great.
I know, it's funny.
And how quick.
I know, yeah.
Very professional, but very quick.
One take.
It was, wasn't it?
Not 100 like you.
Anyway, changing the subject before you start slating me. All three of you. Well, two of you. Louise never ever slates me yet. She does do cruel things, though.
Yeah, she can, yeah.
Yeah. She's one of those quiet ones who sits in the corner but then is ruthless.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Keep your eye on it.
So I'm going to change the subject a little bit now because I want to get out of this problem what you are going to give me. If you could do an investigation with anybody, anyone, celebrity or non-celebrity, who would it be, starting with Jonathan?
Who would I do it with?
Before the end of the show, please.
I think for the fun factor,
Yeah,
I'd have to go with a vet.
I'm with you
Most
on that
haunted.
one. Yeah.
Just because of the amount of times that she screams and gets scared. Still.
Well, I've had the privilege to be here with her, haven't I?
Yeah. Yeah.
So I know what that's like. She was phenomenal.
Mm.
So yeah, I actually frightened her because my belly rumbled dead loud when we were doing an invest, and she went, "What was that?" And I went, "Sorry, it was my belly."
I can imagine.
Yeah. So yours is a vet Fielding from Most Haunted.
Yeah.
And who's yours, Lewis?
Gordon Ramsay.
Gordon Ramsay.
Gordon Ramsay.
That's a strange one, isn't it?
Do you know what?
I wasn't
I was not expecting that.
No.
I was expecting, like Zach Bagans or people like that, but no. Come on.
Gordon
just because
Ramsay.
you're never gonna know what to expect from him. Like his reactions could be completely different.
We
so-
couldn't repeat what he'd say.
Some of them you couldn't, but
Some of the whole show would just be beep, 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 beep. Yeah.
Yeah.
well, what would you rather have a comedian do it as well? 'Cause then
We've already got that with Jonathan.
Boom, boom.
Yep.
Right,
So
Basil.
Gordon Ramsay for you
Mhm.
and
Zach Baggins for me.
Zach Baggins.
Yeah, Ghost
Why?
Adventures. So I've watched it for a few years now, but he just goes in there, just gets on with it, tackles it, and just
All right.
I think I need to learn a thing or two. Stop
Well.
being a little scared cat, I think.
Oh, I'd say Jamie Oliver. No, I'm only kidding. Mine would be Jack Osborne.
Yeah.
Jack
Osborne.
He's
Love to do an
like
investigation.
an up and coming paranormal star, isn't he?
Jack Osborne,
Yeah.
without a doubt. Yeah, he'd be brilliant.
Mm.
And I think you'd learn a bit off him as well. He's very cool and calm with it all.
He's done really well with it, hasn't
Yeah, yeah.
he? Really well.
So yeah, they're famous people.
Mm.
What about non-famous people?
Oh, away.
Throwing you in the deep end here, haven't I, by asking these questions? Now, I can see us all. I mean, if the listeners out there, if you were in the studio with me now, all you can see is their heads are up in the air and their eyes rolling trying to think of names.
I know.
It doesn't have to be just one person. You can ask, like friends or something like that.
It's an hard one, isn't it?
Come on.
You've got me there.
Have I?
Yeah.
What about you?
Probably my sister.
Your sister?
Mm.
Why your sister?
Because she's quite in tune with some sort of paranormal events that have happened with her in the past. So I'd like to see what she had to do on the situation.
Would your sister go on a ghost hunt?
Potentially.
Let's do it. Let's do you and your sister doing an invest for like quarter of an hour, half an hour. What do you reckon, Jonathan?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know exactly what room you're going to suggest.
The little cellar. And Louise?
I'd say me granddad.
Your granddad? Would your granddad go on a ghost hunt?
Yeah.
Skeptic.
Would he?
Yeah, he's really sceptical. He's done
Really?
Ouija boards and stuff, and he's seen things.
Yeah.
He's still sceptical to this day.
That's
And
another.
that's the thing.
He laughs and jokes about it, doesn't he?
We could
Yeah.
arrange that, couldn't we, as well?
We could.
We could send Lewis down one room with his sister,
Yeah.
and Louise down somewhere else with a granddad.
Yeah.
That's a show in itself, that. Just like an hour or half an hour of a show.
No.
Do you just want to do it? Would your granddad do it?
Could try and pull his leg a little bit. Can try.
Yeah, we can try. Do you know
we
what?
can try.
I'm going to leave that with you two.
Yeah.
Because that would be an interesting one, wouldn't it?
wouldn't it?
Have you thought of anyone yet?
The only person I could really think of would be my younger brother.
Your younger brother.
Yeah.
So it's all family members, isn't it?
What about David Trey?
Only because...
Done it?
Yeah, we did that.
Done that. Been there, worn the t-shirt.
Yeah, only because he thinks he's got something attached to him.
Well, why don't you ask him to do it?
He probably would.
Would he?
Yeah, he's had many people to his house
Well,
to try and clear it.
that's three interesting things. And while you've been doing that, I'm trying to think who I would go down in a cellar with or down in do a ghost hunt with. Because I've done them with loads of people now. And I'm just, my heart, it is. I asked a question and I'm finding it really difficult to think of anybody, and it's going through my head now. Oof.
It's a tough one, isn't it?
Lewis is now, if you can hear something,
Rustling,
it's Lewis eating sweets. It's not stopped yet, has he? Go on, just open it. Let's make you feel guilty.
Well, okay.
I think mine. Oh God, I can't even think of anybody because I've
It's a
done it
tough
with loads.
one,
It
isn't
is, yeah. I wish they hadn't have asked that now.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what. I'll come back to that one before the end of the show. No, I'll come back to it before the end of the show, and I'll think of someone. Okay.
Okay.
Because I've got a couple of people who I'd like to do it with. One male, one female. I'm just thinking, would I, like that?
Yeah.
So I'm not going to name names until I go. Yeah,
Okay.
I'd go down the cellar with, and I'd go down the cellar with.
Yeah.
So let me think about that one anyway.
What about both?
Yeah, I'd go down with them both. But we said one person, didn't we? So we've got to be fair with the rules.
Okay then.
So we've got to be fair with the rules. Now, we were talking off air. We were having a little bit of a chat as well, weren't we?
Mm-hmm.
And the chat was, Lewis and Louise, you were talking about watching a programme called The Curse of the Highgate Vampire.
Yeah.
And
yeah.
Thought you had something in me here then.
I thought I heard something then.
Did you hear something then?
Yeah, it was like a moan. And I've not
Yeah,
got
I
headphones
heard
on.
it.
Yeah. That was like a female moan,
That-
wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you not hear that?
Did you not hear
See,
it?
I'm the only
No.
one without the headphones as well, so I heard that
It's
like
like,
clear.
ooh, like that.
No.
Just heard. That's why I stopped all of a sudden then. About going down the cellar with people or anything like that, I've just decided not to. So I've just heard that moan. It was a really clear moan, that, and picked it up dead easy. Hopefully that's picked up on the audio as well. That. Yeah, The Curse of the Highgate Vampire. Now we were talking off air, weren't we, that we'd love to go to the Highgate Cemetery because it's such a... Karl Marx's grave is there as well.
Yeah.
Can you imagine going there?
Brilliant.
Oh,
be good, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
There's no Karl Marx, was it? No.
Yeah. There, you see, I have got a bit of a brain, you know.
Are you sure?
Yeah. See? And also York. Now I've been to York, and I've been to York with Marie, and we've done the ghost walk, and it was brilliant. If you get the chance to go up to York and do one of them ghost walks, I think it's about £8 each.
That's not bad.
They're brilliant. The stories,
nothing,
and they get you involved as well. And he tells you some great stories.
I like that little street. What's the little street?
The rambles, the rambles.
The oldest street in the UK or something.
Is it the Rambles or something like that?
Yeah.
Shambles.
Shambles. That's it, yeah.
What are you laughing at?
That tickled you then.
Yeah, did a bit.
Did it? Yeah, it's called the Shambles, isn't it?
Yeah, that's right.
But when you come out of the Shambles, if you go from one end to the other, when you come out straight opposite, you've got the famous pub there as well, haven't you? The Golden Fleece.
That's the one, yeah.
Yeah. Well,
that's haunted.
Quick story. Me and Marie went in there. We had something to eat in there.
Yeah.
And as we were coming out, I went, look who's in the corner there.
Who was it?
Yeah. Who was it? Mr. Indiana Jones himself.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Really?
Wow.
Sitting there. And I look, you know the way you look and you go,
yeah, and you've got like think
like
twice,
that. And he just nodded his head. He knew I noticed him. And he just nodded his head to say hello. And I went, nodded his head back. I was like, it was like, all right, mate, nod. And then I walked out then. I went to Mary. Harrison Ford sitting in the corner there having something to eat.
Oh, my word.
And I was, wow. Yeah. And that was in the Golden Fleece.
Wow.
Very famous.
Now, that's a place that we could book as well and go and stay there overnight.
It really is, isn't it?
Yeah.
It is.
So there's two little places we've got. Yeah. And I still can't think who I want to go on this little investigation.
So you got to choose.
Have we got to choose?
Yeah. Ultimatum. You have to choose.
Who would I go with? On my own?
Just was waiting for the countdown too.
We know watches television all day long, don't we? Eh? Oh my God! Do you know what, Jonathan? I cannot think. I don't want to be biased against one or the other or things like that. The survey says you need to get out more as well.
Yeah.
Who would I go down in the cellar with, or who would I do a ghost hunt with? I don't know. I honestly don't know. I think my son Mark and Ian, but Mark because of his logics and the way he thinks and things like that.
Yeah.
But outside the family, John Scotland.
John Scotland.
Now, you know John Scotland. He does all them. He plays with your mind and trickery and things like that. He's brilliant.
Oh, he's really good.
Yeah, I'm going to get John on the show anyway.
You should.
Yeah,
should do.
Definitely. Well, John Scotland.
Brilliant.
I would definitely.
Brilliant.
I've done an investigation with him where he's hosted the investigation. We did that. Yeah. It was called the English Rose in Hale Wood. We went there and we went down into the cellar there, and it was a cracking night because John done all those like.
It's like Victorian seance, isn't it?
He's brilliant, absolutely brilliant.
Yeah.
Oh, do you know what? I'll sort it. Yeah. I'll give John a ring this week.
Yeah.
And I'll say to John, do you fancy coming on the show? We'll get it on.
It'd be lovely to see him.
Do you know what we'll do though? We'll see if he can do some tricks on air that people can have a go at home.
Yeah. Maybe we could video it.
Maybe we could.
If John would let us.
I'm sure he would.
And put them on the page.
I'm sure he would do that for us. Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll get him to do what we can put on the page that people can think about. Yeah. Good thinking there, Jonathan.
Yeah.
I knew there was one reason why I got you onto the show. And it's taken you nearly 12 months, but you've come up with a great idea. Yeah. So going back to the case of the vampire, that's Highgate.
Yeah.
You're watching it on Discovery Plus. Is it a series?
It looks like it's going to be because it's got series 1, but there's only 1 episode. So we're thinking hopefully this weekend it'll update again.
I'll have to look
the
out
second episode. Because it cuts off randomly, so there's got to be another one. It has to follow on. But it's so interesting, and there's like a lot of documentary stuff on there about like these two people that went head to head about trying to prove the existence of vampires and obviously the existence of paranormal stuff. So they were trying to go head to head with each other. And
they weren't even supposed to be away from the group because they were actually paid to go on a ghost hunt, but what they'd done is they'd snuck off at the right opportunity and they went over and they did some calling out where the archway was.
Yeah.
And that's when they asked if it could appear itself, and within a split second of him asking that, it came right across his shoulder.
And you can see it.
We'll have to watch that.
I won't say any more because I don't want to.
No, don't spoil it. Yeah. So that's what's it called? The Case of the Highgate Vampire on Discovery Plus. Is it like a repeat, or is it?
You can watch it as many times as you really want to.
Right. So get to watch that. That sounds good.
Oh yeah.
Now we haven't got a lot of time left now, but what I'm going to talk about quickly is the connections to the paranormal world, and we'll carry this on the next show as well.
Yeah.
But we want to get this one on because Lewis and Louise showed us a photograph before.
Wow, yeah.
And it was the spitting image of Louise.
Well, we'll have to put pictures up on the Facebook page.
Louise and
the picture.
And Lizzie, yeah. We'll put his if you don't mind us doing that.
That's fine.
Because that's quite creepy.
Yeah, it is.
Strange, isn't it?
Before we go, what we were talking about, we were going to talk about the connection to the paranormal world, how we're all connected in some way or another. And what you showed us before was quite freaky about that. Yeah. And we'll carry on next week. We'll carry on at the beginning of the show because that'll be quite an interesting one to do that. So yeah, that sounds good, doesn't it? Lizzie Bowden.
I know.
The worst thing is the story behind it's quite unusual. So we'll start off with that next week, Louise.
Definitely. So
that'll be quite good, wouldn't it? And we've got loads of different things to do next week, haven't we? A couple of little chats about.
Yes.
So I'm looking forward to that, and I don't want to spoil it neither.
No. All creepy.
Well, it's bound to be. It's a paranormal show.
All creepy and all true.
Yeah.
I just thought it was explaining about you, Jamie, to be honest.
Right. And on that note, we are coming to the end of the show. And what I'm going to do is, fantastic, I can get out of this now. What I'd like to do is I'd like to thank Lewis for coming in tonight, and we'll be back again next week, won't you?
Yeah, we will.
And Louise for coming in tonight and putting up with Lewis. And also, my co-host Jonathan, I'd like to thank him for coming in tonight.
Oh, cheers, Jamie.
And tune in next week. We'll be back. Lewis and Louise will be back with us again, so can't wait for that. So, tune in. We'll see you all again next week. Thanks you again for listening in. Good night.
Good night.
Good night.
Good night.